Ken, good to see you. How are you doing? You said your daughter was in a play. How's that going?
Doctor, can we just get to my test results, please? I want to know what I'm dealing with here.
Of course. Well, Ken, I wish I could say I had better news, but we are going to need to perform some surgery on your brain.
I see.
Now, I know how scary that sounds, but it's a very simple operation. It happens every day.
But you said I would need to be awake while they drill into my skull?
Yes, they do need to keep you awake during the procedure.
Doctor, I don't want to be strapped into a chair while someone drills a hole in my head. It sounds like something out of a horror movie.
Well, Ken, I can see how uncomfortable you are at the idea of this surgery. Maybe there is an alternative.
Alternative? What, like herbal?
No. Unfortunately, brain surgery cannot be replaced with some green tea and supplements.
Then what is this alternative you're talking about? Because I am willing to try anything else other than this brain surgery.
Well, basically, Ken, what I'm suggesting is, instead of the whole surgery route, we do this. I take a hammer, and I just sort of bash you one with it.
Like a medical hammer?
Yeah, if I can find one. My working theory is that if I just bash you good with this hammer in the head, it will give your brain sort of a restart, a reboot.
And what are you basing this on?
Gut feeling.
It doesn't sound so, medical.
I can dress it up with all the fancy doctor words you want, but the result would be the same. Me bashing you one with a hammer.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can even get it done right now if you like. I could just give you the aforementioned bashing. I can't find a hammer. I could just hit you in the head with this keyboard till something happens.
I take it this method has never been tried before?
No, but there's a first time for everything. You never know is what I'm saying, Ken.
I think I'll take the brain surgery.
You sure? The statistics on survival of that procedure aren't as rosy as I may have made them out to be.
I'm sure.
Fine. Got another guy coming in later who needs his leg chopping off today. Maybe he'll let me bash him one instead.
What was that?
I said, get out of my office, coward! And that's how you stock the meal deals. Well, we've covered all the main parts of working in Boots. The meal deal, the makeup, even the optometry stuff.
Yeah, seems easy enough.
I guess all that's left is to tell you about Colin.
That the manager?
No, Colin is more like a regular.
Customer?
Well, he doesn't actually buy anything, he drops by every day to let his opinion be known about something.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm getting this.
Yeah, you probably just need to experience it for yourself. It's 3 o'clock now, so he should be by any minute.
Absolute frauds! That's what yous are!
And a good afternoon to you, Colin.
Look at me! Ooh, I need a new pair of sensible work boots, I do. Well, there's only one thing for it. You know what I'll have to do? I'll have to go down to Boots and get a pair. But hang on, you don't fucking sell any boots! Got Boots written in big fuck-off letters above the front doors. I'm not a fucking pair in sight!
Okay, Colin.
Oh, they've got a pharmacy. If you need paracetamol and you're in Boots, oh, they've got exactly what you're looking for. They've even got an optician's if you can't see for shit. But if I'm walking around with fucking nothing on me feet, me bloody soles scraping into the broken glass, littering the concrete, and I just so happen to stumble and collapse in front of a shop called fucking Boots, I'm out of luck. Oh, I know. I'll upload some digital photos and I'll get it made into a nice throw cushion. That'll help my mangled toes. I hope whoever came up with the name for this shop is fucking dead. I mean it. I hope they die before I finish this fucking sentence, and I hope they know it was me that done it.
Alright then, Colin. See you tomorrow.
Well, what's his problem?
Hang on, he's not done yet.
I'm going on Dragon's Den with my new business. It's a shop called Cars, and you know what we're gonna sell? Fucking tissues, you gang of fucking bastards, you.
Now he's done. And up next on the History Channel is... I don't know, can't find the sheet with it all written on. It's probably some shit about Hitler though, innit, let's be honest. Going back to Hitler's bunker, are we? Oh, what's there? Nothing? Well, colour me surprised. Oh, here's the thing. Up next is Ice Road Truckers. What the hell is that? Truckers with nerves of steel driving on a How's this history? Hang on, it says here after Ice Road Truckers there's a show called UFO Hunters. Is this a joke? Are you ribbing me because it's my first day? No? Well, maybe I should have done some research on the kind of shows you put on instead of staying up all night drinking. And continuing to drink into the day. You do pre-record these things, right? I can sober up and try again. Oh, you're live? Well, that's fucking stupid. Oh, come on, you can't fire me for having a little drink. Oh, a big deal! You think anyone at home watching shows about UFOs at 3 in the morning is sober? Fine, I need my stuff. Well, I guess the only thing on this channel that's actual history is me. Hey! Oh, show me the way to go home. Upside down, I wanna go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago to celebrate Hitler's dead. And while that is good news, there's really not much more that can be said about his fucking podcast.
This is RSN News. Real news for real people.
Hello, I'm Diane Abattoir, and this is tonight's top story. Becky Danes of Bromborough is seeking help in finding out who the fuck this Henry Rollins guy is that her boyfriend keeps going on about.
He says he's a punk rock icon, music journalist, author, and storyteller, but I've never heard of him before. He brings him up in conversation at least once a week, but I couldn't even find his band on Spotify.
You know, the thing about Henry Rollins is,
said the completely unprompted boyfriend, Will Noland.
It's not only his music I admire, it's his writing, it's his take on life. Scar tissue is stronger than regular tissue. Unless you sleep alone, you sleep with the enemy. Shit like that, man. How could you not be inspired?
I wasn't sure if he's a musician or a cult leader,
noted Becky.
Eventually, I put it together. This Rollins guy was a singer in a punk band called Black Flag years ago. The only punk band I know any songs by is Blink-182. I asked Will if Black Flag sounded anything like them, but he just got up and left the room.
Becky's confusion was further compounded when she saw Henry Rollins had a stand-up special on Amazon Prime.
I watched it all just so we would have something to talk about, and he seemed like a lovely man. He does charity work, is in some good movies, and was very upbeat. I don't know why Will made him out to be so moody.
Mr. Noland and Becky are currently on a break while Will thinks some things through.
Welcome back to Question Time. We're coming to you live from Bristol University. My guests this week are Labour MP Dennis Newburn.
Happy to be here.
Conservative Minister for Transport Colin Edmonton.
Good evening.
And acclaimed author and beat poet Trisha Hellfire.
Good evening.
Now to today's topic, Shaggy. Was it him? And yes, I've seen a hand go up in our audience almost instantly. Yes, sir, what's your question?
Yes, I think it's completely ridiculous and a farce that we're even debating this in the first place, when the evidence confirming this allegation is well documented, damning, and indisputable.
Colin Edmonton, your response?
It wasn't him.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut in here because, I'm sorry, that is just not on. And it is completely typical of this government, who have been caught out in very similar ways to Shaggy in the past.
I think that's rather off topic.
To turn a blind eye to overwhelming evidence.
If we could stick to the discussion at hand, and not, as my right honourable friend intends to, delve into fallacies and he said, she said regarding the Conservative government.
Not fallacies, sustained allegations,
then
Minister.
I think we will all realise that this is a very simple, very plain, very open and shut case. It wasn't him.
Well, for the sake of clarity here, Mr. Newborn, you mention allegations. Perhaps you could mention the allegations that you consider most noteworthy in this case. Minister, could you respond?
Happy to. Very happy to. Where do you even want me to start? Most damning to me is that he was caught on the counter.
It wasn't him.
He was seen banging in the shower.
It wasn't him.
He was even caught on camera.
It wasn't him. Look, in this country, we have a concept of being innocent until proven guilty, and what that means is that you are fully entitled to hurl accusations till you are blue in the face. But here is the thing, and let me be clear. I have known Shaggy for many, many years. I know him to be a man of honour and great integrity. Therefore, if he says it wasn't him, then it wasn't him.
That's not good enough. I'm sorry, Minister, but it's just not
Now,
good
hang
enough.
on, let me finish. I also think it's disgraceful that you're all making Shaggy out to be some sort of player. Let me be clear. To be a true player, you have to know how to play. If she say a night, convince her, say a day. Never admit to a word when she say, and if she claim a you, tell her, baby, no way.
Right, and Trisha Hellfire, we've not come to you on this yet. What do you have to add?
Shaggy was never under suspicion of cheating. It was his friend who'd been caught, and Shaggy was giving him advice.
Fascinating. Well, we're going to have to leave it there, I'm afraid. Thank you to my panel members, and please be sure to join us next week when our topic will be, in the 21st century, should anyone really have to fight for their right to party?
So you're all set with the flat then?
Yep, know where the boiler is, how the washing machine works, all that.
Good then, let me just show you the system we have for the bins and we're all done.
Okay.
Now, bin day is every other Monday, except when that Monday falls on a bank holiday, then it's the alternate Tuesday the next week.
Okay. That's a bit confusing, but I'll get used to it.
You'll be fine once you learn the system. Let me show you.
Sure.
Your purple bin is your main waste container.
Which is the recycling?
It's the white one.
I don't see a white one.
It's in here somewhere, let's see. The green one is for gardening trimmings. You don't need to bother with that. The blue one is for glass. Golden yellow is for white office paper, while the canary yellow bin is for newspaper.
Okay.
Of course, any office paper that's been written on goes in the black one. Unless it's been used for accounting, then it goes in the grey.
Right.
And the bubblegum cherry, that's for food. Midnight blue, that's for unused spices. Devil's blue is for clothes that you're too old to pull off anymore. Chartreuse is for soiled clothes. Cream is where all your abandoned DIY projects go. Fire truck red, that's for failed dreams and dark secrets. Mauve is for personal effects that cause a sudden sense of ennui. And pumpernickel is where discarded electronics go. But whatever you do, make sure you take the batteries out first.
Where do the batteries go?
Do you want a bin just for batteries? Just chuck them in the fucking road or something. Welcome to Paul's Quality Used Cars, sir. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I want my money back on this car.
Oh, is there a problem?
Is there a problem? Did you know about the horn on this car when you sold it to me an hour ago?
We sell a lot of cars on this lot, sir. Can you be more specific?
Can I? Let's listen, shall we?
I did it. I touched those kids. I'm Michael Jackson, and this is my confession.
So the horn does work.
Yes, it works. But it's a recording of Michael Jackson admitting to sex crimes.
All our cars are pre-owned, sir. It's in the name. I can only assume that this model's previous owner was a big Michael Jackson fan.
That's all you have to say? First of all, why would a fan of Michael Jackson want to make his damning confession so public? Secondly, when was this recording made? Who made it? Why is it not being submitted to the authorities instead of being used as a novelty horn in a second-hand hatchback? And thirdly, I don't care about any of the other points I just raised. I want my money back.
So you didn't test the horn before you purchased the vehicle?
It wasn't in my realm of possibility that the horn might be the king of pop's posthumous admission that he sexually abused minors.
And it's not something you're prepared to get used to?
How can I get used to this?
All the rumors were true. My record label helped me cover it up. They asked me to stop, but I never did.
Right, I see. Well, unfortunately, sir, all sales are final, so...
You can't be serious.
Our policy is very clear on this, I'm afraid.
But this is outrageous.
We could talk to my manager, but the best he'd offer you is a part exchange.
Will the car I exchange for have a similar confession from a dead celebrity?
We can't make that guarantee.
Forget it. You'll be hearing from my solicitor.
Sir, please, be careful of the other customers.
I did it.
Get out of my way!
Kids.
Move!
Smooth criminal was a metaphor for how often I was touching kids and getting away with it.
Careful, dear, that pedophile's car almost hit you.
Not a pedophile!
This episode of Pre-Rejected Sketches was written by Liam D. Gillies and Paul Quinn. It featured the voices of Liam D. Gillies, Paul Quinn, Matt Holland, Susan Donald, Matthew Hensman, and Kaya Birch. It was produced by Liam D. Gillies for Top Hats and Canes Productions.